live, so let's talk about this. With me now is Jason Johnson, politics editor for TheRoot.com and political science professor at Morgan State University and Sirius XM contributor. Larry Sabato is also here. He's the director of the University of Virginia Center for Politics. Welcome to you both.
Good morning, Carol.
Good morning. So, Jason, we know Donald Trump counterpunches, so let's not pretend he's ever going to turn the other cheek, because clearly he's not. I mean, the question now is, how do we as lawmakers, as Americans, deal with it?
Well, the way we deal with it is in some ways ignoring it, and then in other ways pointing out when he's lying. Look, it's clear that Donald Trump lacks the discipline, the self-esteem, and possibly even the tact to ignore every single attack that's going to come at him. He's going to be very exhausted for the next 4 to 8 years. But the larger issue is this. You can't have a president attack an entire district of the country, a district where actually the CNN headquarters in Atlanta is in District 5. I don't remember anything crumbling when I was going there. And the other thing is this, and I think this is really important. It's one thing to question the legitimacy of a president because of who they are, which is what happened with birtherism. All that's being said by Representative John Lewis is, after hearing the CIA intelligence briefing, he doubts that Donald Trump is a legitimate president. You can agree with that or disagree with that, but that's substantially different from birtherism.
Well, still, let's go to that point, Larry, because there would be many people who would say that John Lewis shouldn't have said that Trump's presidency isn't legitimate because, A, we don't have hardcore proof of that quite yet, right? If we ever will. So why do that? And is that really good for America?
I don't think it's good for America. I don't think John Lewis should have said that. I don't think Donald Trump's presidency is illegitimate. Under our system, he was legitimately elected. You can disagree with everything he says. You can say the American people made the wrong decision, but he's not illegitimate. But, you know, both sides have been exaggerating. That's one side for the Democrats. The Republicans, I heard 4 times on Sunday, on Sunday shows, from Vice President-elect Pence and from Chief of Staff Priebus, that Donald Trump was elected in a massive landslide. No, he wasn't. They keep saying this. I suppose believing that if they repeat it enough, people will believe it. It was a minimal victory, at least stacked up against all the other presidential elections in American history. So, you know, Carol, I'm just at the point where I realize, as Jason just suggested, that the only thing we know for sure is that we're never going to be bored for the next 4 years. That's it.
Well, I was trying to figure out this morning what this spat really means in the bigger picture, and I didn't come up with a conclusion. I can tell you this: dozens of Democratic lawmakers aren't going to Trump's inauguration, supposedly because of this. I can also tell you that Mr. Trump tweeted out this morning, this is what the tweet says: celebrate Martin Luther King Day and all of the many wonderful things that he stood for. Honor him for being the great man that he was. It's just, I mean, it always devolves into silliness, doesn't it?
Yeah, Carol, I got to say, you know, to me, what this really boils down to is, this is a president who says that he wants to work with the African-American community and has done little or nothing to do so. You attack John Lewis on MLK weekend. You appoint Steve Bannon as your senior advisor. These are not the actions of a president who wants to bring people together. And I'll also say this, and I think this is really, really important. For every Republican out there who's like, I cannot believe that Donald Trump is attacking John Lewis, he's a civil rights icon, are you going to go out and vote for Jeff Sessions? Because Jeff Sessions, as Attorney General, has spent his entire career trying to fight against the very policies that John Lewis has fought for, not just in the past, but up to recent elections in the state of Georgia.
Although I will say, Larry, that there are a large number of Trump supporters who don't greatly admire John Lewis, because in recent times, and this is on Eric Erickson's blog this morning, they think he's a race baiter.
Well, I don't think that's appropriate either, but I do think that he's a liberal Democrat. So obviously, conservative Republicans, while they may, and I hope, honor his role in the civil rights movement, they probably disagree with virtually every vote he casts. But, you know, the more general picture is this. Think about the transition that we've had, 70-plus days of transition. It has been one controversy right after another, one Twitter fight right after another, one policy change right after another. This is extremely abnormal. It is abnormal. And one hopes that Donald Trump, as president beginning Friday, will change some of his behaviors. And I also hope that all hunger disappears from the face of the globe.
I was just going to ask us a last question to Jason. What do you suppose the inauguration day will be like?
It's going to be really empty. I mean, apparently there's still hotels that you can get. There's still hotels in Maryland. There's still hotels in D.C. Look, I don't think Donald Trump is going to change his behavior at all. And I think that the beginning of this administration is a testament to what's going to happen throughout the next 4 to 8 years. And if they want to be able to govern, if they want the kind of enthusiasm, if they want to make America great again, Trump's going to have to start acting differently. I don't think he's going to do it.
All right, I have to leave it there. Jason Johnson, Larry Sabato, actually stay with me. We're going to talk about more things in the next block of Newsroom. Still to